Good morning, Dave. You know, I know how much that you love to travel, and I'm sure this is something that you do, right? You're traveling through an area, through a neighborhood, and you wonder who lived in this house, you know, what history's behind it, you know, what building used to stand in what is now maybe a vacant lot. Well, we went around Opelousas to different neighborhoods and we talked to people, and something that we found out, it was those neighborhoods that shaped who they are today.
Sometimes you just have to stop and listen.
My yard is the gathering place. They call it the park. I'll come home sometime and somebody's sitting right here. Well, I'm just resting. I didn't mess with anything. I'm just resting.
Every road that winds through a neighborhood, not just a path through, it too tells a story.
We had a lot of history in this neighborhood. And some of the history starts right here on this street here.
Eugene Mitchell used to walk up and down North Market Street day in and day out, meeting friends at the park down the road, to getting candy from the store that used to stand right across the street from his family home. And over in the corner, a daycare.
That was one of our first daycare centers in this area for our kids, you know, like babysit for the parents that were working and stuff. And then she also was the first black female served on the St. Landry School Board here in Opelousas.
The Carlton area changing over time, but still the memories of what was and what it could be again is a hope for Eugene.
It was a nice neighborhood. We had a lot of older people that's no longer with us that taught us, you know, the ways and how to live and stuff like that.
And is that what you hope for the younger generation?
Right, you know, to get with us, you know, so we can teach them the way we was taught.
About 2 miles up the road, Miss Gelia Baptiste and Mr. Leron Offord sit in Miss Gelia's driveway. It's something they've done for over 40 years.
Yeah, people came from all over to come eat and enjoy with us too. It wasn't just ours, but they showed the people how to get together and make it in this neighborhood.
Miss Gelia saying that she'll never leave the Bishop area. Those words echoing over in the middle of the city known as the trash pile. Miss Darlene Frugier saying when she got married, she didn't move far from her parents' home and where she grew up, taking up residence just a few houses down.
Everybody is related. Everybody in this neighborhood is related.
And what is that like?
It's just a special feeling. It's a warm feeling, very warm feeling to know.
While landmarks, homes, and vacant lots hold special meaning to those living in Garland, the trash pile, and Bishop, it's the people who hold those memories and know what their neighborhoods were and what they hope they can once again be in the future.
Church.
And guys, I know I keep telling you this, but we had so much fun doing these interviews. It was over a 2-day period, and it's so hard to condense everything into a 2-minute or 2.5-minute story. So we have all of that posted over on KATC.com. You can see all of the interviews, all of the raw interview there to see what else everyone had to say. But I want to bring in right now Miss Lena Charles, and you're with the Downtown Development District here. How is this going to help you guys out?
Well, it just plays right into the excitement that we're trying to give the neighborhoods, the community, letting them know that our past meant a lot to our culture and where we live. And it strengthens the fact that we need to know these stories. We need to know about these communities so we can revitalize them and move to the future. And also we want to get our young people educated on where they came from.
You know, and I'm glad you said that, because that was something that kept coming up when we were doing these interviews, was that they want the younger people to become involved, you know, and they want their areas revitalized.
Right. Well, you know, Patrice is a jewel for Opelousas. And so you just got to wait for Plan 2, because I know she's going to be giving the stories to you all as it unfolds. But this is just the beginning. It's the fact that she was so interested in researching. And then when she'd call and say, well, how did this and how did this, just the ordinary people could give her the information that she needed. And so that's what it's all about. So this is just going to be a phase 1, okay?
All right, Ms. Lena, thank you so much. And guys, you heard it here first, just phase 1 of what they're planning here in Opelousas. So Dave, I think we're going to be back here, I'm sure, in the future.
I'll tell you what, you know, you talk about those neighborhoods, and there's always somebody in a neighborhood who goes, oh, well, that's the old so-and-so's house, or that's so-and-so's house. But it's really cool how they all have all the different names. And by the way, say hi to Miss Lena for me. She's one of our regular GMA guests. We miss her because we haven't had people in
Dave
the studio.
Dave says hi.
Long time.
She says, long time, Dave, long time. You know, you're talking about, you know, all the different names and stuff. And one that kind of threw us for a loop was trash pile. We were just kind of like, why is it called trash pile? Like, why would you call it that? Well, it's because the trash pile used to be at the end of the road, you know, and I love how everyone looks at the names of these neighborhoods and they say them with pride.
That's right.
They love their neighborhood. They love the name behind their neighborhood. So guys, make sure you go and listen to their interviews over on KATC.com because so many more stories have come out of this one.
Thanks, Katie. Great stuff. We're going to check back in with you in a little while. The time right now is